What's good, everybody? Here's my video on the NES Classic review slash overview. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
So let's take a look at the NES Classic. So this is the user interface. I think it's really nice. You see the box art for the games. I think it looks really nice. If you press select, you can arrange it by publisher, by title, by two-player games, recently played, times played, or by release date. I personally like release date. Here we have some of the games like I remember these are from the launch day. So Excite Bike, Ice Climbers, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Jr., Mario Brothers, Balloon Fight, Ghosts and Goblins. I don't remember playing this game when I was a kid, and I've played it now with this classic, and it is hard. It definitely is a hard game. Castlevania, great game. Metroid, great game. Legend of Zelda, how can you go wrong? Punch Out, featuring Mr. Dream. I wish it was the Mike Tyson one, but I understand why Nintendo didn't add that one, because they probably, no, I shouldn't say probably, the license to use like Mike Tyson ran out a long time ago, so that's why they had to use Mr. Dream instead of Mike Tyson. Another thing, I wish Punch Out was a two-player game, but it's still a great game. Super Mario Brothers 2, which is the black sheep of the Super Mario Brothers on the NES. I still really love it. Bobble Bobble. Tecmo Bowl, which I feel is the best football game ever made. I love it. I love Tecmo Bowl. I would rather play this than Madden, but you know, everything is subjective, so I understand, but that's just my personal opinion. Mega Man 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, which I feel is the best game for the Nintendo, Super C, Final Fantasy. You know, I never really was interested in Final Fantasy, but I'll definitely give it a try since it's here. Dr. Mario, Kirby's Adventure, great game. And Pac-Man. How could you go wrong? How could you go wrong with Pac-Man? Seriously. So up here we have a display. You could change the display. You can have it either pixel perfect, which is a resolution that natively the game is intended to be played. 4:3, which stretches out the picture a little bit, and CRT filter, which adds like the scan lines and a little bit of the fuzzy, blurry look to give it a retro feel. We'll go with Pixel Perfect. I have it on Pixel Perfect. Options, you could toggle on and off the demo, auto shutdown, screen burn-in reduction, and if you choose to, you could reset to factory settings. We have language. You could always change the language. I have it on English, but if English is not your thing, you could always change it. Legal notes, which is always fun. And you could look at the manuals to the games by just scanning this with your smartphone, and you could look at the manual on your smartphone, which I think is kind of cool. So let's play a game really fast just to show what it looks like. And I have to say, I'm sure you already know this, but it's not gonna look as good through this video as I'm looking at it like in real life at the TV. But just take my word for it. It looks really nice. The picture quality is just amazing. My gripes with the system is the controller cord is really short. You really have to literally sit right next to your TV and just plant your face in the screen. You know, the cord is what, maybe 3 feet long. Another thing I don't like is you have to physically press reset on the console if you want to get out of a game and play a different game. I wish you would have been able to do that with a controller, but I mean, it is what it is. Another gripe I have, and it's not necessarily the system, but just how hard it is to find one of these things, you know? I got this last week from Toys R Us, and they only had 6. You know, that's crazy. So hopefully Nintendo could be on that, can get on that, and you know, hey, just know that we want it, and they know we want it. So it'll eventually be a nice amount of NES Classic systems out there. But as of right now, even 2 months in, it's still really hard to find. But other than those little gripes, I love the system. I mean, for the price, it's great. You know, $60, you get 30 games. I wish, another thing I probably should add, I wish Nintendo would have been able to add more games, but I know there's a soft mod out there that you could add up to 60 games depending on how big the game is, and I'll probably do that really soon, just to add some more games. Like, I wish like Bomberman 2 was on here, and ice hockey and stuff like that, and I'll definitely add it to this. And as far as I know, it's safe to do. Like, it's not gonna break your system or anything. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to download the file and try to do it. You could easily look up YouTube videos on how to do it. So if you want to do it, you know, like I said, I'll leave the link in the description. But like I said, for $60, I know I'm reiterating myself, but for $60, this is a great little system. You know, you get to relive childhood. You get to see where franchises start. You know, like Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy. Even though I stated I'm not really a fan, but I know a lot of people are into that. So this is a great system, and if you could find it, it's definitely a no-brainer. It's definitely worth a buy, in my opinion.
So there we go. Hopefully you liked the review slash overview. As I mentioned, I don't like the fact that the cord is only about 3 feet, so you're going to need the wireless controller or an extension. And it's annoying that you have to manually press the reset button to switch out to go to another game. Well, other than that, I love the system. Go pick one up if you can. And hopefully you like this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Peace.